Have you ever yelled at your pet only to regret it later, afraid that they might hate you? Does their sad eyes or quiet demeanor make you wonder, did I hurt your relationship? You are not alone in thinking that way. Do dogs and cats really know when you are angry, or are they simply confused by your reaction? Do they have human emotions? And what does their response to being yelled at really say about your relationship? Before we dive in, please subscribe to my channel to support me and make sure you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you very much. Now let's get started. First, you need to know that dogs and cats do not understand language like humans. When you scold them, they do not understand the exact meaning of each word, but they feel the tone, intonation, and emotion in your words. When you scold them, it depends on the pet species. Some are more sensitive, some will not care, and just stay away from you. Pets like dogs are very sensitive to human emotions. When you raise your voice, dogs can realize that you are angry, but they do not understand exactly why. They just know that something is wrong, because their emotions and thoughts are often not the same as how humans understand being scolded. Dogs do not really take your scolding literally. Instead, they perceive it through your tone of voice, body language, and attitude. If you scold in a harsh tone, dogs will feel that you are unhappy, but they do not always know the reason. Cats are different. They are less sensitive to your emotions, but can still pick up on changes in your tone of voice or body language. However, their response is usually to distance themselves or ignore you, rather than feeling guilty like dogs do. When cats bow or apologize, e.g., by flattening their ears, glancing away, or hiding, it is not because they understand that they have done something wrong, but rather an instinctive response to a potential threat to protect themselves. Even if your cat doesn't understand why you're scolding them, if a particular action, e.g., jumping on the dining table or scratching the sofa, consistently results in loud noises or negative reactions, they will eventually learn that the action is unacceptable and tend to avoid it. When scolded, pets often have different reactions, depending on their personality and breed. Dogs often lay their ears down, lower their tails, or tuck them between their legs. Lower their heads, or avoid your gaze. They may lick their lips, or whine slightly, as a sign of appeasing the situation. This is a dog's way of appeasing you, and hoping you'll stop being angry, not because they actually understand what they did wrong. Cats are more independent than dogs, and are often not interested in pleasing humans in the same way. When scolded, they often back away, keep their distance, or even walk away. If they get too stressed, they may react, such as growling or scratching lightly. Cats do not tend to apologize like dogs, but will only act to protect themselves from a potentially bad situation. Pets don't have the concept of hate or revenge like humans. Instead, they just react based on their current feelings. When you scold them, what they usually feel is fear or stress. They may think you are dangerous or threatening them. Confusion. They don't understand why you are angry and may feel disoriented. If you are scolded too often, the relationship between you and your pet may be affected because they will gradually avoid you. This is especially true for cats, because they are very independent and sensitive to the environment. Scolding is not the best way to educate your pet. Instead, you should try other methods that are more effective and less psychologically damaging. Use a firm but not too harsh voice to give orders, and reward good behavior instead of focusing on correcting mistakes. Cats often do not respond well to being scolded. Use other methods, such as a light spray of water, no harm, or an unpleasant sound, like clapping, to discourage bad behavior. Create a suitable environment so that the cat does not have the opportunity to do wrong. For example, provide a scratching post to prevent the cat from scratching the furniture in the house. If you have scolded your pet and feel guilty, take the time to calm their emotions. Spend time playing with them to restore a sense of security. Gently petting. Especially with cats, let them take the initiative to approach you first. can use food. This is the fastest way to make peace with pets, especially dogs. More importantly, remember that building a strong relationship with your pet is based on understanding and patience. Scolding is only a small part of educating your pet. Focus on building trust to maintain a good relationship with them. Even if you scold them sometimes, your pet does not hate you. Dogs and cats do not think in a complex way like humans. Instead, they react to their feelings and current situations. For dogs, loyalty and love for their owners are unconditional. Even if they are scolded, they will always find a way to please you. As for cats, although they seem more independent, they still love you in their own way and always want to feel safe when they are with you. However, it is important that we understand that the way we treat our pets on a daily basis has a big impact on how they feel. Scolding them too often will not only make them feel stressed, but can also distance the relationship between you and them. To train your pet, you do not need to use anger, but be patient and apply positive educational methods. Remember that pets are not only companions, but also creatures that are completely dependent on your love. They are not perfect and can make mistakes, but that is part of nurturing and bonding with them. If you accidentally scold your pet, quickly make up by playing, petting, or spending time to make them feel loved again. At the end of the day, whether you are angry or not, your pet still loves you, trusts you, and only wants to be with you. So cherish that pure feeling and care for them with all your heart. Because in their eyes, you are the world, the person they love the most.